Welcome everyone to our intro to yoga class. I'm Selam. I am the owner and founder of Juici Yoga, and truly honored to be able to guide you through tonight's practice. And if you don't have water already, now's a good time to grab water, to ensure that you have maybe a blanket for your knees. Make sure that your knees feel supported, your low back feels supported when you're laying down. Whatever else it is that you need, have that close by. And I just want to say thank you so much for continuously supporting the studio during these very changing times. Even in 24 hours, 48 hours, things have changed again, and our teachers are going to be teaching out of their homes in order for us to comply with the government mandate. And so I'll still be in the studio because I'm not having any contact with anyone. But when you tune into our teachers, you'll see that they're teaching from their homes. So thank you so much again for continuously supporting us. The music tonight, I will not be playing music in the class in order to maintain the sound quality. So if you wanted to play a song, music off the playlists that are listed on the website in the descriptions, you're welcome to go to Spotify and play any of those songs, or maybe move in silence, or maybe you have your own music that you'd like to play. Great, awesome. Okay, so listening to your body today, move at the pace that feels right for you. Let's begin on our backs in Shavasana. So you lay on your backs with the palms open to the ceiling and the heels fall open, the eyes closed. Laying on your backs, arms relaxed, maybe a blanket underneath the neck, at the low back, whatever feels good for you. If you have a lot of low back discomfort, feel free to bend your knees or maybe a blanket underneath. And so we start here by connecting to the breath. Connecting to what yoga calls prana, it's our life force energy. As you inhale, the belly rises and expands. And as you exhale, the belly falls and releases. Inhale as belly rises. And exhale as belly falls. Transitioning out of the busyness of the day. As we transition out of the busyness of the mind and draw our attention to the isness and the aliveness of this moment. Coming back to the breath again and again. We scan the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, and then from tips of the toes to the crown of the head to help you neutralize the body and the mind. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your eyelids and your cheeks, your jaw and your bite. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth, your chin and your throat. Relax your neck and your shoulders, your elbows and your wrists, the fingers and your palms. Relax your chest and your belly, your hips and your pelvis. Relax your legs and your knees, your calf muscles, your ankles. Relax your toes and your heels, the soles of your feet, completely and totally relax. Setting the intention for your practice today, and then allowing this intention to synchronize with your breath. So as you inhale, take in vitality. Take in that which you desire, hold the breath at the top. As you exhale, letting go of stagnant energy and fatigue all the way down. Good, again, inhale, filling all the way up to the top. Taking the breath up to the top, hold it there. And then exhale, HA. Like fogging up a window. Let's start to rotate the wrists and ankles. Gently beginning to move the head side to side. Inhaling as you take both arms up over your head. Reaching to the back wall, reach the right arm back to extend. Lengthening the left arm back to reach, pointing the feet in opposite direction, morning stretch. And then exhale as you gently release your arms down by your sides. Let's begin as we hug the knees into your chest, staying on your back body. Knees hug in, rocking it out side to side, massaging the low back, the lumbar spine. Good, exhaling as we extend both legs to the ceiling. Rest your hands, palms onto the mat. Flex your feet and point the toes. Flex and point, lubricating the joints of the feet. Good. A little bit of a wider stance as you rotate the ankles in one direction and rotate them in opposite direction. Stop, crackle, pop, releasing any tension here in the feet. Exhaling as we softly bend the knees and root the feet onto the mat. Feet root, imprinting your arms, hands. Squeeze your glute muscles and then send your hips up towards the ceiling. Good. Feet root, glutes are strong, hips lift, neck stays flat on the mat, and the chin kind of tucks in slightly to preserve the neck. Exhaling as we gently lower the hips to hover. Inhaling as we send the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhaling as we gently lower to hover. Inhaling as we lift to lengthen. Taking your time to lower and lift at your own pace. Warming up the low back, the hips. Good, synchronizing breath and movement. Breathing here for 3. Take your time for 2. Nice, and 1. Softly lowering the hips to the mat. Gently hug the knees into your chest. Softly beginning to rock it out. Good, exhaling as we root the feet onto the mat again. Imprinting your arms, hands, flat on the mat, squeeze the glute muscles, and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Good, arms imprint, glutes strong, neck long, chin tucking in, and then one day you're going to try your best to walk the hands underneath the body. You might even be able to interlace your fingers. The glutes are strong, the hips lift for 3. Take your time for 2. And 1. Slowly release the arms, hands. Gently lower the hips to the mat. Softly hug the knees into your chest. Rock it out a little bit. Good. You might even stack hands to kneecaps, like you want to draw circles with the legs in one direction and in opposite direction, warming up the joints. Good. When you're ready, exhale, soles of the feet face the ceiling for happy baby posture. You reach for calf muscles, ankles, or one day the soles of the feet. Shoulders one day will relax, and then you start to rock a little bit side to side. Tune into what feels right. Good. If you need to release the grip, do so. Very good. Exhaling as we come back to center. Bring soles of the feet to touch, knees up to the side. You are welcome to release the grip, or one day you wrap hands around calf muscles, ankles, or the feet. Pause here, bottoms of the feet touching. Neck flat on the mat, chin tucking in slightly. Eyes closed. Feel the next couple of breaths through the belly. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Good, inhale, the belly rising all the way up to the top. Exhaling to release, moving at your own pace as we begin to move out of that fight or flight state that we often spend the day in. We're moving out of the limbic brain system, moving out of the amygdala part of the brain, that survival fight or flight, and starting to tune in to the parasympathetic nervous system, to the prefrontal cortex, to the parts of the mind, the brain, that prepares for executive functioning. Good. Over your next exhale, softly release the grip and gently root the feet onto the mat. Relax the arms away from the body, widen the stance between your knees and feet, and then gently take the knees over to the right side as you turn your head to the left. Take your knees over to the left side as you turn your head to the right. Taking your time to move back and forth in slow motion, connecting to the breath, finding your rhythm, moving out of that constant kind of limited body shape that we often spend the day in, and allowing for a full expression here. Over your next exhale, slowly the legs come into the center, arms relax close to the body. Inhale, take the right arm over your head. Gently begin to roll to the right side. Use your left hand to slowly press you up. And then come to hands and knees when you're ready, no rush. Have water if you'd like. Stacking hands underneath the shoulders. Stacking the knees directly underneath the hips. You're welcome to use a blanket if that's helpful for you today. Suction cup grip in the hands. So the palms lightly lift, the tips of the fingers lightly grip. That's going to create a sense of weightlessness over time. Scoop in the belly, so notice your core begin to turn on. And then tuck the toes under and send the hips back into downward dog. Keeping a hip width distance between the knees and feet. Bending the knees, the belly towards thighs, thighs towards belly. Arms become longer, tailbone towards the ceiling. Send your heart to the back wall. Good. Inhale as you come up onto the tiptoes. Heels lift as you spread the toes. The heels are high, so you're getting into the fascia of the feet. Exhaling as we softly lower the heels. Inhale as you come up onto the tiptoes. Heels lift as you spread the toes. The heels high. Nice. Exhale as you softly lower the heels. Now bend the knees a lot. Gaze slowly in between your hands. Pause here. And in slow motion, we'll walk towards our hands. So you can walk a couple of steps. There's no rush. Inhale, bring hands to shins halfway. Heart forward, neck long. Breathe here. Exhaling as you bow, bend your knees, really drape the body over the thighs. Head is heavy, shoulders relax. Again, inhale, bring hands to shins. Heart forward, neck long. Very nice. And then stay here. Exhale as you extend the arms out to the side like eagle wings. Fingers are reaching out in opposite direction, they're active. And then exhale as you bow, bend your knees, head heavy. Let's heel toe the feet a little bit wider. Sit into your chair, into your squat as you extend the arms out in front of you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, stay right here. Hold it here for 3. Good, arms might come up a centimeter for 2. And 1. Slowly root to rise up. Interlace your fingers. Release the index fingers and thumbs crossed. Come to face the front. Tadasana. And then heel toe the feet towards each other like you have one leg. Tuck the tailbone under. Press the palms together. Grow nice and tall. Thumbs are crossed, index fingers pointing. Good. Inhale, bring arms up and over to the right side. Right shoulder draws forward slightly. Neck visible to the front wall. Right hand is pulling the left. You're lengthening through the left side body. Your heart is open. The glutes are active. If you need to bend the elbows today, do so, no problem. One day, you might just come down a centimeter more. Exhale as you go to the ceiling. So now to preserve your low back, squeeze your glute muscles, push your hips forward, grow nice and tall, cross your thumbs the opposite way, and then bring arms up and over to the left side. Left shoulder draws forward slightly, neck visible to the front. Left hand pulls the right. You're lengthening through the right side body. Good, so you don't have to come down so far. You can stay nice and high, maybe just a centimeter. One day you come down a little bit more. Yes, exhale as you go to the ceiling. And then slowly fold forward, bend your knees, bend your elbows, sitting nice into a deep squat. Hold it here. Good. Over your next exhale, lengthen your arms out to the side, tips of the fingers reach, squeeze the inner thighs, Soften your gaze. In yoga, we relax the face, we relax the jaw, we relax the mouth. Good. Exhaling as you bring hands, palms to touch. Beautiful. We're going to slowly heel toe the feet a little bit wider. Sit into your chair again. And then bring your left elbow in front of the right knee to twist to gaze to see the right side. Pressing the palms together, crown of the head grows. Ribs are into the body. You twist one day to look behind you. Very nice. Exhale as you come back into center pause. Take your right elbow in front of the left knee, twisting to gaze to see the left side. Pressing the palms together, one day you look behind you, shaking is normal. Exhaling as you come back into center. Now in slow motion, press hands into the mat, so you might pivot and step back into downward dog, nice and slow. Right heel lowers, left heel lifts. Left heel lowers, right heel lifts. Take your time. Send your heart to the back wall. At any point throughout your practice, if you need to lower the knees, do so. Good. Over your next exhale, softly lower the knees to the mat. Big toes to touch. Rest into child's pose. Forehead and mat touch. Good. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Relax the bite. Feel the breath expanding through the side ribs and through the back body. Let your forehead rest onto the mat, even if it means that you have to lift your hips up a little bit higher. Good, keeping the elbows bent, relax here. As you take a deep inhale through your back body, over your next exhale in slow motion, you pull to bring yourself up to hands and knees. Coming to tabletop position, stacking the hands, good, pushing the earth away. Spine long, tuck the toes under, send the hips back into downward dog. So we want to bend the knees to preserve the low back. We want the heels of the hands to push the earth away. We keep the knees bent to preserve, and we send your heart to the back wall for 3. Looking between the feet one day for 2. Good, and 1. Softly looking between your hands, and in slow motion, we walk towards our hands. You might step right and left, or maybe just a couple of steps, no problem. Inhale, bring hands to shins halfway. Exhaling as you bow, bend your knees, head heavy, let it go. Good, over your next exhale, let's tense the fingers, keep the knees bent. We're gonna try our best to shift weight into the right foot, hover the left foot, and step that left foot back nice and slow. Very good. Wiggle that back foot and then lower the back knee. If you need a blanket for the back knee, now's a good time to grab that underneath the knee, no problem. Spread the right toes into the mat, and when you're ready, bring hands to hips. Tuck the tailbone under, grow tall. Core is strong, long lines through the side body, shoulders relax. Inhale, take arms up towards the ceiling. Tips of the fingers reach. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, stay here, shaking is normal. Point to the back toes so your back ankle is straight. Lift your gaze, maybe you even look up one day. Good, to build your balance, maybe you gaze in front of you 3 to 4 feet. Notice if you're leaning forward, stay nice and tall. Exhaling as you bring hands into heart center, pause. And then tense your fingers to frame the foot. Tuck back toes under, lift the leg. We're gonna practice. Feel your core turn on as you step the right and the left foot to meet the right. You got it. Inhale, hands to shins halfway. Exhaling as you bow, head heavy. Good, softly tense your fingers so there's not really any weight in the hands. You're gonna shift weight into the left foot and slowly step that right foot back, nice and slow. Good, lower the back knee, relax the back foot. Bring hands to hips, spread the left toes into the mat. Now it's like the knee wants to kind of move out to the side. Good, take your time, stay where you are. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good, let me just make sure we're okay here. Good, okay. Stay where you are, extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Tips of the fingers reach. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, heart is open. Beautiful. Look in front of you, 3 to 4 feet on the floor. And relax your jaw, relax your face. Good. Maybe one day you even look up a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, bring hands into heart center, pause. Let's slowly tense fingers to frame the foot. Tuck back toes under, lift the back leg. Now slowly we're gonna travel the right foot to the left. Good, inhale, bring hands to shins halfway. Exhaling as you fold forward, bend your knees, head heavy. Let's sit into our squat and extend the arms out in front of you. Squeeze shoulder blades together and then move to rise up. Very good, exhaling as you bring hands into heart center. Pause here. Pausing here with palms pressing together, Tadasana, mountain pose. Good, exhale, bring hands to hips. We're gonna try our best to shift weight into the right foot, and we're gonna slowly step the left foot back, nice and slow. We go that back foot behind you. Good, keep hands to hips for support. Tuck the tailbone under, glutes are strong. Good, notice if you're leaning forward, see if you can stay here in the center, core strong, glutes active. Inhale, take arms up towards the ceiling, tips of the fingers reach. Good, Virabhadrasana 1, this is warrior 1, breathe here. Very nice, retreat. Keep squeezing the glute muscles, fingers active for 2. And 1, slowly bring hands to heart. Good, stay here. We're gonna try our best to step that left foot to meet right. I know, good. Exhale, pause here, palms pressed together. Slowly shift weight into the left foot. We're gonna slowly step that right foot back, really small step, you got it. We go that back foot into a lunge, bending the back knee. Hands to hips for support. And the more you activate the glute muscles, the more you bend that back knee, the more supportive you'll feel. Good, inhale, sweep arms to the ceiling. Squeeze shoulder blades together, thumbs are active, heart is open. Open your neck to the front, no crunching in the spine. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Slow motion. Let's try our best to step that foot to meet. Here you go. Relax your arms by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose, eyes closed. Shoulders relaxed, belly relaxed, back to the breath. Good. Inhale, bring hands to hips. Let's try it one more time. Shift weight into the right foot. Hover the left foot. We're going to slowly step it back. Wiggle that back foot. Take your time, no rush. Good. Sitting nice and low, bending the back knee. Bending the front knee, front thigh becomes parallel. Now let's try to lean the belly forward and shine that back hamstring to the ceiling. So come forward a little bit more and sweep the arms back. Fingers reach back, thumbs are active, take your time, no rush. Very nice. Now this time, we're gonna press the hands into the mat, push the earth away, and let's try our best to step that right foot back into downward dog. Right heel lowers, left heel lifts. Left heel lowers, right heel lifts. Good. Slow motion, look in between the hands, bend the knees, and let's slowly walk towards our hands, no rush. Very good, sit into your chair, extend the arms out in front, and then root to rise up. Very nice, exhale as you bring hands into heart center, pause right here, with intention, eyes closed, building a sense of proprioception, becoming aware of yourself in time and space. Tuning into that state of equilibrium and equanimity. Exhale, bring hands to hips. We're going to try our best to shift weight into the left foot, hover and step that right foot back, nice and slow. We go that back foot, hands to hips, bend that back knee, breathing here. Spine is long. Notice if you're pushing your ribs up, bring them back into center. And then when you're ready, lean the belly towards the front thigh. Shine that back hamstring to the ceiling. And then sweep the arms back, fingers are active. Crown of the head is nice and long. Good, back heel is nice and lifted. Left toes spreading into the mat. Very nice. Now in slow motion, we're gonna plant the hands to the mat slowly. Push away and step the foot back. You got it. However you get there is great. Exhale, pedal the feet. Right heel lowers, left heel lifts. Really pause there to receive the stretch. Left heel lowers, right heel lifts. Good. And then in slow motion, we soften the knees to the mat. Your big toes to touch. You rest into child's pose. Forehead and mat touch. Stay where you are, but open your palms to the ceiling with forehead to the mat. Create 2 tight fists and spread the fingers wide. Tight and release. Pulsing here a couple of times. Very good. Sending fresh oxygenated blood into the hands' palms. Exhaling as you press hands to slowly pull to bring you back up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. Send the hips back into downward dog, bending knees, belly towards thighs, thighs towards belly. Preserving the low back. You're going to build that stability in the hands, wrists, bend the feet over time. Looking between the hands. Bend your knees. Slowly walk towards your hands, or one day you're going to step right and left. Good. Inhale, bring hands to shins halfway. Exhaling as you fold forward. This time, widen the stance between your feet. Let your arms relax heavy. You might even reach for opposite elbows and maybe even sway a little bit side to side, eyes closed. Keep the knees bent as much as you need to preserve the low back. Top of the head to the mat. We're starting to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. We're beginning to teach the body how to access these qualities of stability and ease. Very different than stress or apathy. Good, exhaling as we softly tense fingers. Good, sit into your chair. Extend the arms out in front, and then root to rise up. Very good, exhale as you bring hands to heart. Come to face the front for Tadasana. Mountain pose, eyes closed. Arms relaxed by your sides. Palms kind of open to the front. Shoulders spread out in opposite direction. A gentle micro bend in the knees. The belly softens, the glutes soften. The chin lifted up slightly as if to receive sun on your face. A slight space between the lips, bite, and tongue. Practicing the art of embodiment. In other words, we begin to really practice that which we desire in the mind, in the body. Becoming aware of the psychosomatic connection, the synergy between mind and body, and then tuning into the more subtle parts of ourselves beneath the surface. Very nice. Exhaling as you bring hands to hips. Have some water if you'd like as we widen our stance. 3 to 4 feet in between the legs. Good, take your time. 3 to 4 feet in between the legs, spreading the toes, and kind of pigeon-toe the toes inward so you're preserving the knees. Hands to hips, spine grows long, shoulders relax. Now, let's turn the left foot out at a 90-degree angle and heel toe that left foot forward more. Bending that left knee, and then heel toe the right foot up to the edge, to the side. And it's kind of like you want to turn the right toes in just a little bit. Sit a little bit lower, bending the front knee. Extending the arms out to the side, tips of the fingers reach out in opposite direction. Shoulders relax. Core is nice and strong. Breathe here. Glutes active. Very good. Soften the jaw and see if you can gaze beyond your left fingers. Good. Arms lengthen. Soften the face. Looking beyond the left fingers, stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Exhale, bring hands to hips. Turn the left foot in. Extend the right foot out. Heel toe that right foot forward, bend the knee, front thigh becomes parallel. Line up the knee with the ankle. Make sure it isn't going over too much over the ankle, it's stacked right there. And then heel toe that left foot up to the edge. As you turn the foot in a little bit, sit a little bit lower, extend the arms out to the side like eagle wings, fingers reach. When you're ready, core strong, you're gonna look and gaze, see the right fingers. Sit a little bit lower, good. Inhale, it's like you lengthen in the spine, shoulders relax. Exhale as you sit just a micro bit more. Inhale, you grow along in the spine. Exhale, you might sit just a tiny micro bit more. Good, exhaling as you bring hands to hips. Turn the foot in. Good, Keep both toes pigeon-toed now, turning inward slightly. Spine goes nice and long. Good, quads are strong. Exhaling as we come forward to just a 90-degree angle. Coming forward to 90 degrees, this might be enough for you today. If you have a lot of low back stuff happening, your practice here is building quad muscle strength and shifting a little bit of weight into the balls of the feet, shining your sit bones back, heart forward. One day, you might come forward a little bit more. You can bend the knees, tense your fingers. Bend the knees as much as you need to, or one day the quads will become more strong. Heel to the feet, maybe just a little bit wider if you're feeling stable here. And then in slow motion, we're gonna bend that left knee and kind of lean over to the left side. Bend the right knee, lean over to the right side, back and forth, nice and slow. Notice if you're crunching in the toes, relax the toes. Notice if you're creating tension in the fingers, if you roll up the wrists for a breath or two. Good for 3. Relax the face for 2. And 1, softly, tense fingers. Heel to the feet a little bit closer together. Bring hands to hips as you come up halfway, and then slowly all the way up to standing. You got it, heel to the feet towards each other. Come into center, Tadasana, mountain pose, shoulders relaxed, belly relaxed, eyes closed. Coming back to the breath. Starting to teach the nervous system how to move out of that knee-jerk reaction. Coming back to the state of ease, arriving back into the present moment. Moving out of what yoga calls vritti, it's that mind chatter on autopilot. Exhaling as you bring hands to hips. We're gonna shift our weight into the left leg. Left quad muscle becomes strong. We're gonna try our best to hover the right toes. So maybe your right toes stay close to the mat today. Maybe your toes on the mat and the heel lifts. One day the whole foot lifts and you exaggerate the right toes like the toes want to touch your face. One day that right thigh becomes parallel. You flex the foot, tuck the tailbone under, glutes strong, spine long, shoulders relaxed. Good for 3. We're building that stability, balancing on one leg. I know the ankle is like, what? For 2. We're building the strength in the ankle, the glute muscles. And 1, slowly lower. Very nice, we'll layer it on, shake it out. Shift weight into the right foot. Tuck the tailbone under, hover the left foot, or maybe your toes stay on the mat. One day the foot will lift, one day the thigh will come parallel. Make sure that the left hip isn't over-exaggerated. See if you can keep it nice and level, square to the front. Crown of the head grows, shoulders relax, neck long. Bring your chin back into center, open your neck to the front wall. Very nice. Good, hold it here for 3. Exaggerate the left toes for 2. Feel your right quad muscle turn on. Shaking is normal. And then 1, slowly release. Wow, shake it out. Very nice. Pause in Tadasana. Mountain pose. Belly relaxed. Jaw relaxed. Breathing here. Very nice. Exhaling as you bring hands to hips. Shift weight into the left foot. Hover the right foot, spread the toes. One day the thigh becomes parallel. You can keep the toes onto the mat as you're building the stability over time. Each time you come to the mat, it will be different as well. So crown of the head grows. Glutes are nice and strong. Neck nice and long. Breathe here. Maybe you might press right hand and maybe left hand to center. Growing a little bit taller. Exaggerating the right toes. One day you press palms together to the ceiling. Maybe an inch. One day 2. Maybe a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Gently lower the leg. Wow, shake it out. Let it go. Shift weight into the right foot. Left sole of the foot lifts. You're gonna build the strength over time. So the key here is glute muscles are strong, activated, fired up. Shift your weight forward. Crown of the head grows, shoulders relax. One day you exaggerate the toes. Left toes point to the ceiling. Aha. Maybe you bring left hand to heart center and right hand to press. Feel your quad muscles, feel your shoulder blades rather, turn on. For 3, soften the lips, relax the jaw for 2. Maybe the arms reach up to the ceiling. Take your time for 2. Wow. And 1, slowly bring hands to heart. Gently release, shake that out. Good. Pause in Tadasana. Shoulders relax, eyes closed, arms relax, fingers face forward. Let it go and breathe. Very nice. Exhaling as you bring hands to hips. For tree, we're going to shift weight into the left foot. Now, you bring the sole of the right foot to the left ankle. And the toes might be on the mat, but the heel on the left calf muscle. And then tuck the tailbone under, glutes strong, spine long. If one day you feel supported, you bring the foot up a little bit higher. Make sure that it's not resting on the knee. Good. And then maybe you press right hand and left hand to center. Growing nice and tall, breathing here. If you want to layer this on and try, you might extend the arms out to the side, tips of the fingers reach. It can feel really helpful here because you're reaching the fingers out and lifting the heart. You're pressing that calf muscle kind of into the foot back in. You're not going to really see a movement, but you feel the muscles turn on too. And when exhale, bring hands to heart. Gently lower the foot. Wow, shake it out and let it go. Shift weight, last one, into the right foot. Slide the sole of the left foot to the ankle. The key here, you can keep the toes on the mat, squeeze the glute muscles, hips forward, spine long, shoulders relaxed. Maybe one day you come up a little bit higher. One day you bring left hand and right hand to center. Glute muscles activate. Good. Left knee onto the side. Crown of the head grows. Spreading the right toes onto the mat. No crunching in the toes. One day you extend the arms out to the side, tips of the fingers reach. Thumbs are active. Lengthen here for three. Like you're opening the heart towards the ceiling slightly too. Shaking is normal. Exhaling as you bring hands to heart. Gently to release the foot. Shake it out. Pause in Tadasana. Allow the benefits of your practice to wash over you. Lift the chin up slightly. Shoulders soften. It's almost like you're holding 2 pails of water. Lengthening your arms to the mat. Grounding and centering. Very nice. Exhaling as you bring hands to hips. A wide stance between the feet. 3 to 4 feet, spreading the toes. Good. Spine grows long. Turn the left foot out at a 90-degree angle. Line up the heels in one line as much as you can. And then heel toe that left foot forward more. Bend the left knee. Front thigh becomes parallel. Pigeon toe the right toes and kind of turn it slightly. Sit a little bit lower. Core is strong. Stay nice and long in the spine. Extend the arms out to the side like eagle wings. This is triangle pose, Trikonasana. So palms are going to face the front. Spread the fingers. They're active. Left hand in front of the left knee. Right arm towards the ceiling. Stay right here. Bend that left knee a little bit more. Stay long in the spine. Notice that triangle between the underarm, the hip, and the elbow. Yeah. And then twist, twist, twist to look up to see that left hand. This might be where you stay today. Feel that right glute muscle turn on. One day you slide that left elbow in front of the knee. You use the elbow to push the knee back as you go tall. So you're not rounding in, you're growing really tall in the spine. The elbow pushes the knee back. You twist the gaze up to see the hand. Good, stay here. If this becomes too much, rest the forearm onto the thigh instead. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Wow, slowly come back into center. Bring hands to hips. Turn the left foot in. Turn the right foot out. Line up the heels in one line as much as you can. Heel toe the left foot out, kind of, so that kind of turns in slightly. Bend the right knee, sit low. Good. Check out the thigh. You want it to line up. Knee lines up with the ankle. Good. The foot kind of lines up with the knee. Good. And then extend the arms out to the side like eagle wings. Palms face the front. The fingers are active. Feel your core turn on. Sit a little bit lower. There it is. Now, in slow motion, right hand in front of the knee. Left arm to the ceiling. This is good. This is a good place to stay. So we're going to practice staying nice and tall in the spine as we twist the gaze up. Relax in your face and stay here. One day as you bend the knee a little bit more, you might slide the elbow in front of the knee. You're twisting to gaze up to see the hand. So you should feel that twist in the spine. No rounding in and falling. Grow tall. Use the elbow to push the knee back. Or rest the forearm onto the thigh if you get fatigued. No problem. Twist the gaze up for 3. One day the elbow pushes the knee back. Wow, slowly come back into center. Bring hands to hips, turn the foot in. Heel toe the feet closer together. Come to center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Heart open. Fresh oxygenated blood moving through the body. Soften the knees and the face. Feel the full expansion of the inhale and then the full release of the exhale. Good, over your next exhale, let's step to the top of the mat, Samasthiti, eco standing posture. Root the feet, spread the toes. Inhale, press palms together, reach up to grow tall. Exhale as you bow, bend your knees, belly towards thighs. Good, inhale, bring hands to shins, look halfway, flat back. Exhaling as you plant hands and step back into downward dog, nice and slow. Right heel lowers, left heel lifts. Left heel lowers, right heel lifts. Good. Over your next exhale, soften the knees to the mat. Big toes to touch. Rest into child's pose. Forehead and mat touch. Press your palms together in prayer and rest the hands behind your neck. Allowing yourself to fully receive. Giving yourself permission. Shoulders soften. Jaw softens. Good, as you take another deep inhale through your back. Exhaling as you press hands into the mat. Pull to bring you back up to hands and knees. Coming to tabletop position. Spreading the hands, palms, pushing the earth away. Feel your core turn on. We'll try our best here. We'll step the right foot back and the left foot back for plank. If you need to lower the knees today, do so. Notice if your hips are kind of falling. Instead, lift them up a little bit higher. Squeeze your glute muscles. Push the earth away. Notice if your neck is falling. Lengthen in the neck. Very good. Exhale as you push back into downward dog. Send the tailbone towards the ceiling. Bend the knees a lot. We'll try one more time. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Neck long. Good. Wiggle your feet back. Core strong, glutes active, quads strong. Exhale, push back into downward dog. The heels of the hands push the earth away. Make sure the fingers are all facing in the same direction. Send your heart to the back wall. And then in slow motion, lower your knees to the mat. You got it. Big toes to touch. Rest into child's pose. With your hands relaxing by the ankles. The forehead and mat touch. You breathe, relax, and let go. Forehead relaxes. Jaw relaxes. Good. Exhaling as you begin to press hands into the mat. Slowly pull to bring you back up to hands and knees to tabletop position. Restacking the hands, stacking the knees. Good. Now in slow motion, we'll step the knees back an inch or two. Push the earth away, the spine is long. Notice if you want to, there's a tendency to want to do the worm. We're not going to do the worm, we're going to stay tall. And then just bend the elbows an inch and back up. Bend the elbows an inch and back up. Keep the neck nice and long. 2. Very good. And 1. Softly lower the whole body to the mat. Forehead to hover. Stack hands underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows into the body. Readjust the hands closer to the low ribs. Squeeze your glute muscles and press the toenails down. Feel your knees begin to lift, but your glutes activate. Now slowly inhale as we come up for baby cobra. Hug the elbows and pause here, keep breathing. Exhaling as you slowly lower. Inhaling as you lift, we're moving dynamically. The toenails press down, the knees begin to lift. You keep inhaling and exhaling through the nose, hold it here. And then exhale slowly lower. Very good. Last one, inhaling as you lift. This time, see if you can hover the hands softly. so that the hands are not touching the mat, but they're very close to the mat. The elbows hug in, the glutes are strong. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Exhale as you softly lower. Bring right ear to the mat. Relax your arms down by your sides. Your palms open to the ceiling. Your eyes closed. Stay there. Eyes closed, shoulders relax. Offer the weight of your body to the mat. Breathe here. Let it go. Building skeletal alignment and strength. Exhaling as we bring forehead back into the center. Stacking hands underneath the shoulders. Readjust your hands closer to your low ribs and then hug the elbows in. Now the key here is squeeze your glute muscles. Press your toenails down. Feel your knees lift. This might be where you stay if you have a lot of low back stuff happening. One day you come up a little bit more. One day the legs lift, your toes curl up towards the ceiling, your glutes are active, the heart is open, and then slowly lower. 2 more, inhaling as you lift the legs, the glutes are active, elbows hug in, keep breathing. Very nice, exhale, slowly lower. Last one, inhaling as you lift, see if you can softly hover the hands, no work in the hands, toenails, could they reach up towards the ceiling? Yes, exhale as you lower, bring left ear to the mat. Relax your arms by your sides. Your shoulders relax, your eyes closed. Offer the weight of your body to the mat. Take your time and breathe. Good, over your next exhale, in slow motion, keep your arms where they are and bring your forehead into the center. Squeeze the glute muscles, press the toenails down, lift your arms, reach the arms back, fingers reach. It's almost like the elbows want to come a little bit closer together. The fingers want to reach back, the fingers are active. The glutes are strong, you open the heart and then gently begin to lower. Good, again, inhaling as you lift. This time lift the legs. If you can, maybe just a centimeter, reach the arms back, heart is open. Very nice, exhale as you slowly lower. Last one, inhaling as you lift. Extend the legs, reach the arms, squeeze the glute muscles, preserve the low back. Maybe one day you might even interlace your fingers. If the shoulders do not allow, that's okay. Listen to the body for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower. Stack your hands through center. Rest your forehead to the hands. Maybe you sway the hips a little bit side to side. You might even bend the knees and sway the legs a little bit side to side. Good, exhaling as you relax the legs. Bring the forearms onto the mat for Sphinx. If the low back allows it. If this becomes too much, just keep the hands stacked and forehead to hands. Otherwise, elbows stack underneath the shoulders. Neck is nice and long, breathing here. Shoulder width distance between the hands, feet relax, glutes relax. Eyes closed. Giving yourself permission to receive here. A slight space between the lips, bite, and tongue. Letting go of that kind of external face and expression that we often carry throughout the day. And allowing yourself to pause here. Letting go of the needing, the wanting, the constant striving, the anticipating. And allowing yourself to just simply receive, to be. Good, over your next exhale, stack the hands onto the mat, opposite hand on top, and rest your forehead to hands. Good, maybe you sway the hips a little bit again, side to side. Exhaling as you stack hands underneath the shoulders. Press to bring you back up to hands and knees. Good, restack to tabletop position. Hands stack, knees stack, push the earth away, breathing here. Let's seal this part of our practice with a dynamic cat-cow. We will inhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under the chin, but stay here. Walk the hands towards you, maybe a centimeter. So your hands are directly underneath the shoulders, chin in. Exhale, send the ribs up to the left side. Lower the belly, lift the chin and chest, and then out to the right side. All the way around the cylinder. Like you could scrape the residue off the sides of the cylinder. The eyes closed, you turn your attention inward. Good, like a deep tissue massage. Exhale as you gently move in the opposite direction. Moving in the opposite direction. Good, breaking up some scar tissue perhaps. Breathe in here. Notice if you're pinching off your exhales. See if you can allow for the full expression of the exhale. As we communicate this to the central nervous system, as we center and ground, allowing for digestion and relaxation, for repair and regeneration. Exhaling as you slowly come back into center, restacking the hands and the knees. Neck is long, breathing here, take your time. Last downward dog, tuck the toes under, send the hips back into downward dog. Bend the knees a lot, push the earth away. Arms become nice and long, you send your heart to the back wall. Notice if you're rounding the spine. If you are, then bend the knees more, send the tailbone to the ceiling, and it's almost like the heels of the hands get push the earth away as you send your heart to the back wall. Top of the head to the mat. You can even see in between the legs one day. Good, breathe in here for 3, 2, and 1. If you'd like to lower your knees, do so. Otherwise, we can practice maybe. Inhale as you roll forward into plank. Wiggle the feet back. Exhale, bend the knees. Roll back into downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank, nice and slow. Exhale, bend the knees. Roll back into downward dog. Treating this like kind of a waterfall. Change the shape as much as you need to. You can lower the knees to pause for 3. Just practicing here. Maybe the eyes closed for a breath for 2. Very nice. And 1. In slow motion, we soften the knees to the mat. Rest into child's pose. Hands rest by the ankles if that's accessible. Forehead to the mat. If it is not accessible, relax the hands forward. No problem. Tune into what you need. Giving yourself permission to relax. Shoulders soften. No work here. Breathe. Good. As you take another deep inhale, exhaling as you gently press to bring you back up to hands and knees to tabletop position. Good. Let's do a release for the hands and the feet. We'll walk the hands away from each other so that the fingers face the knees. Keep walking them away so that the fingers face the knees. You'll be surprised and your wrists face the front. Step your knees to your hands. Good. And then sit back towards your heels if you can, one day. Press the hands into the mat and grow tall, shoulders relax. Very good. And then tuck the chin, getting a really juicy release on the back of the neck. Releasing all of that cumulative tension. Slowly the chin towards the ceiling. Chin towards the ceiling, shoulders relax. Good, one more. Inhale, tuck the chin in. Getting into the cervical spine. Realigning the skeletal system. Slowly we send the chin towards the ceiling. Heart open, throat to the ceiling. Exhale as you come back into neutral. Come high up onto the knees. Restack the hands back into center. Tuck the toes under and then rest your hands onto the legs if you can. Help the baby toes underneath it. This becomes too much for the feet. You can go nice and tall on the knees, but if you're able to sit back, you can receive a really deep massage. I know it hurts so good for your feet. A little gift for you today. Shoulders relax. Jaw relax, softly tuck the chin and roll the chin up towards the right shoulder. And then chin out towards the left shoulder. Good, laying down new neural pathways in the mind. Maybe chin towards the ceiling. And chin tucking in. Good, relax your palate. It's the sensation right before you're about to yawn. Good. Laying down neural pathways in the mind, ways of releasing tension in the body. Exhaling as you stack hands to the mat. Release the feet and give the feet a gentle massage. Good. Exhale as we restack the body into the center of the mat. Good. Step your left hand forward a couple of inches. In slow motion, we're going to feed through the right arm like threading the needle. Right ear relaxes and left elbow comes down. Tailbone into the ceiling. Good. Giving yourself permission to stay there. Right elbow, or left elbow rather, will come down. Tailbone stays nice and high to the ceiling. Giving yourself permission to pause. Allowing yourself to receive. Good. Over your next exhale in slow motion. Use that left hand to slowly press to bring you back up to hands and knees. Readjust the hands. Pause here. Right hand steps forward in slow motion. Feed through the left arm like threading the needle. Ear relaxes and then right elbow comes down. Stay there. Good. Elbow comes down one day, feeling a sense of stability over time. Listen to the body, no rush. Good. Over your next exhale in slow motion, use the hand to slowly press to bring you back up to hands and knees. Let's swing the legs out to the side. Come to seated position on your bum. Have some water if you'd like. Taking your time, no rush. Good. Spine is long. Bend the knees as much as you need to preserve your low back. Internally rotate the thighs and we're to get off of the fleshy part of the body. Exaggerate the right toes if the toes want to touch your face. Spine grows long. Notice if you're rounding. If you're rounding, sitting on a blanket can be helpful, or bending the knees to grow tall. Very good. Inhale, take arms up towards the ceiling. Reach the arms up to grow. Take that right arm towards the ceiling like you really want to hold an object. And then draw it back in. Left arm reaches to the ceiling. Good, draw it back in. One more on each side. Inhale as you reach like you're actually holding an apple. And pull it back in. Good, last one as you reach to the left side. Good, draw it back into center. And relax the hands to the legs. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back. Good, inhale, shoulders lift high. Exhale, roll them back. Synchronizing breath and movement. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to release. Last one. Inhale, shoulders lift. Exhale, shoulders relax. Let's take the sole of the right foot over the left knee. Flex the left foot, exaggerate the left toes. Interlace your fingers and hug the elbows in and grow really tall in the spine. Shin kind of stays tucked in, neck is long. And then slowly sweep that right hand behind you like a kickstand. Wrap that left arm around the leg. Inhaling as you grow tall in the spine. Exhaling as you twist to gaze over the right shoulder one day. Inhale as you lengthen, keep flexing that left foot. Exhaling as you twist vertebra by vertebra. Pressing into that back hand, creating space between each vertebra. Where your eyes go, your body will go. Gaze back, maybe a micro movement more. Very nice. Exhaling as you unwind to come back into center. Extend the right leg. Bring the sole of the left foot over the knee. Interlace your fingers in front of the knee. Hug the elbows and chin level. And then in slow motion, sweep that left hand behind you like a kickstand. Wrap that right arm around. So the back hand, it helps you to grow tall in the spine. Good. As you exhale, twist. Relax that right shoulder down and start to twist an inch more. Belly wants to press into the thigh. Thigh wants to press into the belly. Gazing over the left shoulder one day. Crown of the head grows. Soften the lips. Relax the face. Take your time. Exhale as you unwind to come back into center. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Knees out to the side. Interlacing fingers underneath your feet, or you bring hands to ankles or calf muscles. You can even walk the feet away from the body, no problem. Spine goes nice and long. If this is too much for the knees, the low back, bring blankets or pillows underneath your knees. Crown of the head grows. Now feel your shoulders begin to spread in opposite direction. And then chin lifting up slightly, crown of the head grows. A slight space between the lips, bite and tongue. Gently let the right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Softly beginning to nod yes. Gently let the left ear fall towards your left shoulder. Slowly beginning to nod yes. Slowly bringing the chin into the center. Tuck the chin and getting a release on the back of the neck. Send the chin towards the ceiling, throat towards the ceiling. Good, exhale as you come back into center, gaze over the right shoulder, letting go of interpretation. Come back to center, gaze over the left shoulder slowly, letting go of any anticipation. And then slowly back into center as you release the grip and cross the legs. If when you try to cross the legs, it's just too much for the knees, the low back, or the hips, use blankets or pillows to support you, or just widen your stance. Find the shape that feels right for you. Spine grows long, crown of the head grows, shoulders relax, palms are facing down on the knees. We'll move through a couple of pranayama breathing exercises, good for bringing the mind and body into a state of meditation. So as you grow tall in the spine, shoulders relax. If it's accessible, if it feels right for you, palms open to the ceiling. Index finger and thumb lightly touch. An intention, a mudra of receiving. An embodiment of surrender. Good. Chin lifting up slightly. Let's take a deep inhale. Hold it at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale all the way for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath there. We want to move out of shallow breathing. We're going to build lung capacity. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause it there. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3 more. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Pause. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold through the nose. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Last one. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the breath. Pausing here, allowing the vibration of your practice, the benefits of your practice to wash over you. Starting to allow for integration between the mind and body. We recognize over time that the thoughts are like a computer program in the background, constantly collecting data. And so we turn to our thought patterns as a tool. We use them as part of our human experience. But in yoga and meditation, we start to tune into these other deeper states of consciousness. One of them being the observer. We start to recognize how we can observe and see the thoughts. We can observe and watch the breath. We start to tune in to the observer stance. Moving out of reactivity, out of that knee-jerk reaction, allowing for spaciousness to arise between ourselves and our breath, between ourselves and our experiences. And from this place of pause, we access true freedom and choice. Over your next exhale in slow motion, let's begin to make our way onto our backs for Shavasana. Having some water if you like. Finding the most comfortable shape. You can use a blanket to support you. You might bring a blanket underneath your knees, maybe underneath your neck. Whatever feels good so that your low back feels stable. Maybe underneath, you might even bring a big pillow underneath the knees to give you support for the low back. Shoulders relaxed, there's no rush. If there's one more movement that you want to move into before Shavasana to get comfortable, do so. You might even use a blanket to cover the body altogether. Communicating to the mind body, to the central nervous system, the endocrine system, the immune system, the digestive system, and on a cellular level, we communicate a state of ease, of harmony, what yoga calls stiram, sukham, asanam. This is steadiness and ease. See if you can begin to settle into the stillness and the silence. We recognize over time that we have over 80,000 thoughts a day. And over 95% of those thoughts are the same ones that we had yesterday. And so our yoga and meditation practice is an invitation into moving out of this kind of autopilot, amygdala brain source, moving out of the survival and starting to access our executive functioning, tuning into a state of creativity, of spontaneity, into deepened compassion and awareness. In a time like this, we're spending a lot of our energy, maybe in states of worry, even subconsciously, just based on the information that we're taking in. And so yoga and meditation is an invitation into a place of compassion. We move from worry to compassion. We move from survival into thriving. We move from that knee-jerk reaction to a state of true choice and freedom. And we begin to start to access this kind of deep peace that lies beneath the surface. Just like we can imagine what would be underneath the ocean, under the lake's water. Moving out of that kind of superficial experiences that we spend the day in, and starting to become sensitive and aware to the subtle parts of ourselves. And as we spend time in this state of deepened awareness, in stillness and in silence, we start to access this wisdom, and the wisdom continuously reminds us that we are doing enough, that you have enough, and you are enough. So allowing yourself to rest in that enoughness. From this place is where we can create change, and where we might function throughout our day, in our interactions. Notice if you're holding yourself up in any way. Offer a little bit more weight to the mat. Allow yourself to be supported. Allowing yourself to reset from the inside out, filling your cup. When I'm among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locusts, especially the beech, the oaks and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily, around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, stay a while. The light flows from their branches, and they call me again. It's simple, they say. You too have come into the world to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine when I am among the trees. We always end each practice with our metta meditation, our loving kindness meditation, and you can dedicate it to someone today and to yourself, repeating after me out loud. May you feel protected and safe. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your true nature. May you be healed and be a source of healing for the world. May I feel protected and safe. May my heart remain open. May I awaken to the light of my true nature. May I be healed and be a source of healing for the world. Solidify your practice by taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling all the way up. Exhaling through the mouth. Starting to rotate the wrists and ankles. Gently beginning to move the head side to side. Inhaling as you take both arms up over your head, reaching to the back wall. Reach the right arm back to extend. Lengthening the left arm back to reach hugging muscle to bone. Good. Exhaling as you gently release your arms down by your sides. Laying on your back still, but bring your soles of the feet to touch, the knees up to the side. And one hand to heart and one hand to belly. If this is too much for the low back, bring the knees together instead. Feeling how breath is breathing you as we let go of anything stagnant and cumulative with a couple of sighs. Take a deep inhale. Really let it go. Again, inhale. One more, inhale. Taking the right arm over your head. Gently beginning to roll to the right side. Pause on the right side body. Notice that kind of knee-jerk reaction that might be arising. Letting go of that anticipation. Letting go of the judgment just for one moment. Good. And then over your next exhale, with intention, use the left hand to slowly press to bring you back up. Come to the most comfortable seat. Maybe cross-legged, maybe the legs wide. You can sit on a blanket or pillows or whatever props you have today. Spine up. Bring hands into Anjali Mudra. Thumbs into the chest. Lift your heart, shoulders relax. Grow tall. Now, bring the thumbs to the center of the eyebrows. A reminder for kind thoughts. Bring the thumbs to the lips. A reminder for kind words. Bring the thumbs back to the heart. Lift your heart. A reminder for loving kindness. And then offering a soft bow towards your hands as we seal our practice together with an Om and with gratitude. Taking a deep inhale. Om. practice, your commitment, the sacredness that you bring. Namaste. Thank you all so much again for coming to your mat.